I wish I could take back the pain in my kids' eyes. I wish I could take back the vile look in my wife's eyes. I just made a bad decision. Do you know the word new is mentioned in the Bible? The Bible loves this word 227 times. A new life, a new creation, a new wine, a new man, a new year, a new altar, a new covenant, and a new song. It's shadash. It's new every morning. Like, you listen, faith in Christ should be like a roller coaster, man. This is an adventure, man. This is not meant to be boring. If your faith is boring, I'm telling you guys, you're not doing it right. So if your faith tonight is in a rut, if your Christianity is boring to you, and I've had these moments, when I've had boring moments in faith where I felt like God was doing nothing new, here are the 10 questions that I kind of have run through my brain. Number 1. I got hired at Church on the Hill to be the youth pastor, and I agreed verbally to show up the second Sunday of June 2003. The end of May, my wife's grandmother died. She lived in Boise, Idaho. So, my wife's plan was to move up to Oregon on June 16th, and then once we moved there, the plan was to go to her mother's funeral, come back to California, and move up to Oregon the 3rd week in June, and not the 2nd week. But I agreed to the 2nd week. So I said, no, we're not going to do this. And this happened, her death happened in the 1st week in June. So this was a big discussion. I said, no, I gave these guys my word. I'm going to stay true to my word. What we're going to do is we're going to go up a week earlier. And we're going to move in a week earlier, so week 1 of June. And then you're going to drive from here 8 hours to Boise, and that's what we're going to do. So walked in to my kids. So my kids thought they had a week left of school. We walked into their class on a Friday. We said, you're never coming back. Say goodbye. My little 7-year-old and 5-year-old. This is it. You thought you had 6 days, you got none. Said goodbye, loaded them up, kissed 9 grandparents goodbye, and moved to Oregon. I still to this day regret that. That was the worst decision I made in my life. Thinking about my word over my kids' needs. And man, I wish I could do that over. I wish I could take back the pain in my kids' eyes. I wish I could take back the vile look in my wife's eyes. I just made a bad decision. So, we live life looking forward, but we live from life looking backwards. So I made changes. I decided, hey, I need to listen more to Shanna. She's got more wisdom. I got to look beyond myself. I like to say I'm kind of a people pleaser by nature, and so I've had to learn from that. And I thank God, you guys, for Revelation 21:5. It says, Jesus said, I am making all things new. And I'm so glad, no matter how crappy my yesterday choices were, I got a new shot today. Right? Does that make sense? I love that fact. I love what Lamentations says in 3:23. The Lord's loving kindness never ceases. His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. So I want to talk to you guys tonight about, hey, let's look at our year this year. Let's look at the highs and lows. Let's learn from this year so that we don't repeat it. Let's do something. I hate this phrase, do better next year. So tonight I want to talk to you about something really weird. I'm not a musician at all. But tonight I want to challenge you to sing a new song. Sing a new song. What new song? And I'm actually going to sing a song to you tonight. I'm going to literally sing tonight. I'm kind of nervous. Sing a new song. So what I'm going to do tonight is this is kind of fun for me. We're going to look at Psalm chapter 40, and the Psalm chapter 40 kind of outlines this new song. And I think it gives us a recipe for how to do it. So I think this is going to be really fun for us tonight. And so I want to look at this. Do you know the word new is mentioned in the Bible? The Bible loves this word 227 times. A new life, a new creation, a new wine, a new man, a new year, a new altar, a new covenant, and a new song, which is mentioned 9 times in the Psalms. So Psalm chapter 40, verse 1 says this. And you're going to hear it, and you're going to think, this sounds familiar. This is going to sound a little bit like Psalm 46 from last week. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me to hear my cry. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay. He set my feet upon the rock, making my footsteps firm. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God, that many will see and fear and trust in the Lord. So there's a cool word here. This is written in the Hebrew language, and the word that we read in the Hebrew for new is shadash. C-H-A-D-A-S-H. Shadash. Shadash. Shadash is the coolest word. It reminds me, okay, it is the coolest word. Let me tell you, the word means something fresh, something that deserves celebration. It's a way that we can express a new thing that happens in our life. Psalm 40, according to the Wesleyan Bible commentary, says it literally meant a new, fresh song with the vitality of recent acts. I flew in from Montana yesterday wearing these pants. Now, I only brought 2 pants to Montana and Wyoming. I left on Thursday morning of last week, and I came back last night, and I wore 2 pairs of pants. And these bad boys, I got home, and I went, oh, I was walking around in these? I mean, it looked like a seagull hit me, sideswiped me. I had brown spots everywhere. I hope there were coffee stains. My wife, today I walked up, and I got this whole bag. Seriously, they are fresh. Look at this. This is what, guys, you know what they call this? Folded. Folded. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I almost don't want to wear them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fresh. Like when my wife folds my clothes and they're fresh, they come out of the dryer. You're just like, oh. You just want to put them on and go, woo, woo. This is shadash. It's that feeling of going, man, this is okay. And this is our faith journey. It's shadash. It's new every morning. Listen, your faith in Christ should be like a roller coaster, man. This is an adventure, man. It is crazy, the stuff that happens. You sit in Starbucks and the manager wants me to come and pray with her. What? Okay. The things that happen on this ride. Okay, let me tell you this. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. So I'm stuck in a tornado in Colorado. So I'm stuck in an airport in Colorado. Stuck. And I'm like, we have a little membership to, this isn't in my notes, by the way. This may not end up on the video. This is just a bunch of bros talking. So the 2 lounges that I'm a member of were closed because it was so late. So I walk by and there's this book cabinet in the wall in Denver. And I walked up and there's a little black gal working there, cute little gal, and I go, is this a speakeasy? And she said, it is. Well, I've never been in a speakeasy. It's a bar, by the way. I know. I'm like, I'm going in there. I'm going. So I'm like, is there a password? Rumpelstiltskin. She goes, no. I actually said that. Rumpelstiltskin. No. So I go in, I sit down at the table, and there's 2 women on either side of me, alone. And I'm reading a book by Jerry B. Jenkins called Hedges, because I'm getting to write a book called Guardrails, and Jerry wrote this book in 1989. It's very similar. So I'm at a bar reading Hedges with 2 women next to me. All right? It's a little bit, right? I'm in a bar. I'm just telling you what I'm doing here. And I look at the menu, frog legs. And I made a comment to the bartender, and I said, apparently at speakeasy they use your first name. He's like, hey, Jim, I'm Brian. Hey, Brian, how you doing? I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not a bar guy. This is kind of weird. So I get these frog, and I say, I haven't had frog legs since 8th grade when I gigged them myself. So these frog legs come out, and I go, oh, I'm eating. I'm like, dude, this mustard, oh, so good. That's probably part of the pants problem from down here. So I'm eating, and the girl next to me, I'm telling you, I did not even know. I knew it was a female because she had like shorts and just about long legs of skin, and I wouldn't even look, right? And I'm eating it, and I hear her say to me, are those better than the frog legs you gigged? And I went, oh no, I'm in trouble. And I looked over and it was like a 21-year-old little child. Like, I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm old enough to be your grandpa. I'm like, watch this, how God does this. Talk about a new song. New song. I'm in a bar, alone, in a restaurant. I'm in an airport. I said, last time I did that, I was in 8th grade. She goes, where'd you gig them at? And I go, San Luis Obispo, California. She said, I'm a student at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and I'm student teaching at Coast Union. I said, Coast Union High School, huh? You are on the most inbred road in the state of California. You got the Fiscalinis here, you got the Warrens here, you got the Silveras here. They're all inbred Swiss Italians. She goes, how do you know this? So we start talking. So we had this big faith conversation that based off of frog legs. And I was in a bar, right? I'm telling you, faith is a ride. It's a journey. It is a journey. I'm not telling you to go to a bar. I'm saying that's what I did, and God worked it out. But I'm going to tell you this right now. My faith in Christ is a roller coaster. I never know when God's going to show up, and he shows up all the time. All the time he's showing up. And the craziest things like that happen all the time. Because the Bible says in Psalm 61, sing to the Lord a new song, a shadash song. Sing to the Lord all the earth. Sing to the Lord, bless his name. Psalm 144. Sing to the Lord a shadash song. It's the new, fresh basket of clothes. It's walking into a situation, being open to whatever God's going to do, and watching God take you on the ride of your life. If your faith in Christ is boring, become a Muslim or something. This is not meant to be boring. If your faith is boring, I'm telling you guys, you're not doing it right. We live in a world that is a target-rich environment. If we're just willing to step out and notice something. Oh, you like America? Notice something. Oh, what's that flag? Notice something about, what's the hat mean? Oh, par lumber, what's that? What, are you a golfer? I don't know. Notice something. And just watch what God can do if you just notice something, right? Just notice. And God does the rest. So every year, when we hear the word new, we think of resolutions, right? So 66 books in the Bible. It takes 66 days to form a habit. 81% of new resolutions don't get to Valentine's Day, right? So I'm kind of tricking you here, and I'm doing this new thing in June when I shouldn't be doing it. So I'm kind of party fouling you guys right now. So we want to talk about doing something new starting in the summertime. Because you start something new on, let's say, June 1st, by mid-August, you've accomplished it. You're ready for the next year to come. And the beautiful thing about summertime is it's not busy like January. You've got a whole different season, and things kind of get different in Oregon. The days get longer. You have more energy. You've got more vitamin D. So I'm going to challenge you. So if your faith tonight is in a rut, if your Christianity is boring to you, and I've had these moments, when I've had boring moments in faith where I felt like God was doing nothing new, here are the 10 questions that I kind of have run through my brain. Number 1, is God taking me through a desert right now or a season of obscurity? I ministered to a guy in Buffalo, Wyoming at the TA Ranch. It's where the Johnson County cattle wars happened in Wyoming in the 1880s. There's a movie out with Steve McQueen called Tom Horn. It's about this war. And I had a guy bawling his eyes out the whole week. He couldn't figure out his life. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to say to this guy. And it hit me. You keep talking about yourself. Are you doing anything for anybody else? He went, well, no, I'm not. I said, bro, I think that's your problem. You're very selfish. And everything about him changed. You have 2 daughters that are waiting for you to step up. You got a sick mom at home you're caring for. I think you need to turn your focus to outward. And I felt like I could feel the 4-wheel drive pulling him out of the mud. Because he realized he was stuck in a rut. Number 2, am I in a season of pruning, sorrow, or grief? There are seasons that we go through that are really, really rough, where God is just seems like he's just cutting away at us. And we're going, man, this is not, God, this hurts, right? But God's going, that's okay, man, I got you. You are a scraggly looking shrub, man, and when I get done with you, you're going to be looking sweet. But it's just going to hurt a little bit. Number 3, am I living in unrepentant sin? I don't need to explain that one. Number 4, is my personal pain hindering me from hearing God. So I don't know about you guys, but I've got a real bad hip thing going on right now. I can hardly walk. And like all I can focus on is that right now. And a lot of times it's really hard to focus on him when we're focused on something that hurts, a lot of pain. So sometimes I realize it's really difficult to focus because we're in pain. Number 5, has my faith become boring? Have I just become a guy who is going through the motions? I go to church on Sunday. I go to don't do that. Don't go through the motions. Like, have a purpose for what you're doing. Number 6, is something distracting me or robbing my focus? A lot of those out there today, right? A lot of those out there today. Number 7, am I harboring unforgiveness, bitterness, or resentment? Is there somebody who owns you right now? Is there somebody who owns your heart and you need to set them free? Well, actually, when you set them free, the one that comes out of prison is you, right? I mean, forgiveness is to set a prisoner free only to realize that you're the one in jail, right? So, and then number 8, do I have a physical infirmary that has dominated my attention? Struggling with a terminal illness or battling cancer or something like that. That makes it really hard sometimes. And then number 9, are my eyes on Jesus or lesser things? Like, what are you pursuing? I had a great conversation in a smash burger joint in Bozeman, Montana, right before the plane ride out of there, with a 44-year-old guy from Mountain Tough and a 27-year-old guy. And we were just going, I'm telling you, chasing the pretty things in life, none of those things go into heaven with us, except for our wives, of course. The pretty things, the shiny things, they don't cross over. The only things that cross over are our relationships. This is the only thing that crosses over. So why do we focus on the shiny things? They don't make it, but we want to focus on that so much. Did God give me a great life song that I've played? Here's another one. This one was kind of obscure for me. Has God given me a great song? God gave me a great song when I was 19 years old. Swollen shut eyes, ICU, overdosed by an anesthesiologist, almost died. God called me to youth ministry. I mean, what a beautiful song. Man, I'm a lifer in youth ministry. What a beautiful song. I got 25 years into it, and I was like, oh, I'm like a one-hit wonder of the 80s. I just keep playing this song over and over again. And God's like, hey, bro, I'm giving you a new song, which may be why this old song is getting mundane to you. So for some of you, God may be calling you to a new song, which is why the song you're living right now, you're going, man, this is not giving me life anymore. Well, God may be calling you to something that's going to make your butt pucker a little bit. I mean, to be honest with you, right? Because it's going to, sorry, you're a brand new guy. Sorry, that's how we talk. Hey, you know what I mean? We try to create an environment that women would hate this place. So anyway, okay. So even the best songs become boring when we overplay them. We start counting the days to retirement. We waste time online instead of with our job. We build huge time gaps into our daily calendar. We live for the weekends. We live life of quiet desperation. We're bored out of our mind. We have no hill to die on. We're depressed and lack purpose, and we burn out and quit. And that's just describing me. That's just me right there. So here's the first step. We're going to jump into Psalm 40 and go through some steps that will help us find this new song. Look at chapter 40, verse 1. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to hear my cry. Step 1 is this: wait for God. Wait for God. Stop talking to God and wait for God. Shut up and listen. We are human beings, not human doings. Stop talking to God and start listening. Did we learn anything last week? Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and I'll know that I am God is a call to turn to God. Prayer is not talking to God. That is remedial middle school youth pastor prayer. Prayer is not talking to God. That is remedial prayer. Prayer is turning to God. That is varsity prayer. Turn to him. Be still and know that I'm God. Be still and know that I am is a call to praise God. I use words there. I acknowledge God for his character and nature. Be still and know. I use words here. I pray and I ask God to reveal truth to people I care about. Be still. I shut up and listen. In an hour-long prayer time, I'm doing 10, 15 minutes of loud talking prayer, and the rest is silent. listen. And then B is just a call to rest and to wait. When I am in that final phase, I'm just in a place of rest and peace and being. Isaiah 42 said, sing to the Lord a shadash song. Psalm 24:14, said 27:14. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Yes, wait for the Lord. So this is what I do. I want to wait on God. I want to stop talking, and I just want to listen. I just want to wait. God, what do you want me to sing today? What do you have for me today? Does that make sense? Just wait. Super easy, right? That's not hard, right? Just shut up and wait. Drive your car to work, turn off the radio, just chill. All right. Look at verse 2. He brought me up out of the pit of destruction. I'm reaching up to him. He brought me out of the pit of destruction, out of the miry clay, and he set my feet on solid ground. Okay? So I'm reaching, verse 2 says I'm reaching up to God. I'm waiting for him to grab my hand, right? Verse 2. Step 2 is partnering with God. Partnering with God. Reaching up to God. I'm in the miry clay. I'm stuck in a rut. I'm in a pile of crap. Help me. I want to partner with you, God. I want to partner with you. Now, I'm a repenting, recovering American. I want to do stuff for God. I want to say, God, look at all the stuff I'm doing for you. And God is saying, I don't want you to do anything for me. I want you to do it with me. Oswald Chambers said this, God does not want you to do stuff for him. He wants to do stuff with you, to do stuff with him. He's saying, you're in the clay, I'm above you, I don't need you, I'm God. But I want to include you in, this is the greatest thing, the greatest tragedy in life is people don't know Jesus. They live their lives without a partner. They live their lives without a God who wants to share the load with them, sing a song with them. It's like a duet that we sing. Praise the Lord, sing to the Lord, a shadash song. Okay, so here's where it's going to get a little real. How many of you guys have sung karaoke? Karaoke? What's your karaoke song? Sweet Caroline? What is it? Rebel Yell? Billy Idol? Okay. What's your karaoke song? Who else raised their hand? What's your karaoke song?
Any Jim Morrison song.
Any Jim Morrison, like, this is the end. Can you do a little, this is the end? I mean, come on. Okay. Who over here? What? Right here. Go ahead, Scott.
Crazy Train.
Dun-dun. Okay. You want to know what you don't want to know my, so I have not sung karaoke ever until 3 years ago. I sung it with a pastor friend of mine in Isla Mujeres. I sang it at some sports bar for the Linfield football parents. And then my wife and I went on a flight. She's a flight attendant, and we ended up in Puerto Vallarta. And one of her flight attendants, a 30-year-old gay kid, and we've flown with this guy forever. I love this guy. And he wanted to go to this bar and do karaoke. And I'm like, you know what? This kid needs Jesus. He's like our son's age. So we went to this bar, and I walked into the bar, and I'm like, there's a lot of rainbows in here. Lot of rainbows. And on the wall in the back, there's a 6-foot-tall angel with rainbow wings. And I felt like Jesus was going, that's me right now, Ramos. You're here to be Jesus to that kid. So I did my karaoke song. Do you have the music? Do you have it? This is my karaoke song. You ready? Let me tell you, this is a song that came out in 1979. It's the first rap song to ever hit the top 40 charts.
Sugar Hill Gang.
You know it, baby. Rapper's Delight. Are you ready? Let's see if we can do it. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you a couple. I'm just going to throw a few down, all right? Ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Hip, hop, a hippie to the hip, hip, hop, you don't stop the rockin' to the bang, bang, boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to be. Said what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try and move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello to the red, to the white, the brown, and the black, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie to the beat. Okay, so I'm running out of breath, okay? So here we go, now hold on. So here's the thing, I'm throwing this down. The song is 15 minutes long, right? Have you ever went over to a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? The macaroni soggy peas almost and the chicken tastes like wood. So you try to play it off like you think you can, saying that you're full, and your friend says, Mama, he's being polite. He ain't finished. Oh, that's bull. So your heart starts pumping as you think of a lie. You say that you've already ate, and your friend says, man, there's plenty of you. The black guys are singing this. So he piles some more on your plate. Now, as the sticky food steam and your mind starts to dream, and as the moment you start to leave, you look at your plate, your chicken slowly rotting into something that looks like cheese. So you say, that's it, I gotta leave this place. I don't care what these people think. I'm just sitting here making myself nauseous with this ugly food that stinks. So you bust out the door. Well, you still sick from the food you ate, and you run to the store for quick relief from a bottle of KO Pectate. So anyway. Here's the problem. I'm singing this song, and I keep running out of breath. And I'm like going, no wonder there's Wonder Mike and Master G, you know, M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I go by the wonderful, unforgettable name by the band they call it Master G. My name is known all over the world by the foxy ladies and the sexy girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest lover you ever seen. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so you got the Master G, you got Hank. I'm 6'1". No, Hank is like this. I'm the C-A-S-A, the N-O-V, and the S-S-L-Y. Should I go by the... I can't do it. Okay, it's 2 PG-13. Okay, you got these three guys rapping for 15 minutes. And the reason why is you run out of breath. The song is not meant to sing alone. How many top 40 a cappella artists are there out there? There's a band. You've got Crazy Train. He's got a band. You've got The Doors. There's a band. There's always a band. There's always somebody behind the scenes, somebody running the sound. It's never just one guy. Guys, listen. Songs are not meant to be sung alone. We run out of breath. We've got no rhythm. We've got no musical instruments. We've got no sound guy. We are called to partner with God when we sing our song. If you are singing your song alone, you probably are not partnered with God in that song. Verse 3 says this, he put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to God. So when I saw that word put, he put it there. He implanted it. So that's great, but I've got to do something about that, right? So not only am I waiting on the Lord, not only am I partnered with God, but now I'm committing to God. I'm committing, God, this is a song that you put in me, and I'm going to sing this with you. I'm going to partner with you. I'm going to commit to do my part with you. Does this make sense? It's a partnership between you and God. He's got his part. You've got your part, but you've got to commit to your part. A new song means a new commitment. I love Revelation 5:9. They sang a new song. They sang a new song. Have any of you guys heard of Michelangelo's David painting? The statue of David? Sorry, the statue of David. Really, really interesting. This statue took David 28 months. 28 months to make. But there's a real history to it. So the marble is very tall because the statue of David's 13 feet tall. It's called Il Gigante is what it's called. 13 feet tall. The marble's very narrow. Okay? So 11 years before Michelangelo was born, in 1464, a man named Agostino de Duccio was commissioned to create a statue out of this big slab of marble. He couldn't do it. 12 years later, in 1476, when Michelangelo was 1 year old, a guy named Antonio Russolino was commissioned to take over this marble piece and make a statue. He too stared at it, couldn't figure out. He too released it, couldn't do it. Even the greatest artist on the planet at the time, a guy named Leonardo da Vinci, was actually commissioned to do it, and he said, man, I cannot see I can't do it. Decades later, Michelangelo accepted the commission, and he could see this statue, and as he began to work on it, one day he was working on this awkward-looking piece of marble, 13 feet tall and pretty narrow. A young boy came up to him and said, what are you doing hammering on that piece of marble? And Michelangelo said this famous quote. He said, young boy, there's an angel inside this rock, and I'm setting him free. Three great sculptors before him could not do it and make the commitment. When we commit to a new work, you've got to commit. You've just got to go all in. I mean, I think this is one of my superpowers. I'm really good at going all in. And you've got to be willing to lose it all. Like, you've got to be willing to go all in. That's what marriage is, right? You're all in on marriage. That's a work of art on its own right? Go all in. Go all in. It's a beautiful work of art, your bride. June 15th, I'm writing a book, Guardrails. I'm going to take 30 days. I'm going to write, in those 30 days, I'm going to average 2,000 words a day. And I hope to have a book complete 20 to 25 days in. So you don't just do that. You don't just go write a book. I use what I call my SMART goals. So S, I'm very specific. It's going to be a 40,000 word book. M, I measure it. It's measurable. I'm going to do 2,000 words a day, 20 days. Measurable. A, is it attainable? Can I do it? Well, I dialed in 40 days, and it was 90,000 words when I first finished. So yes, I can do it. R, is it realistic? Yes, I've cleared my schedule. I won't answer your texts. I won't answer your phone calls. I won't answer your emails. I'm off grid. Seriously, I'm off grid. If you see me, I'll put my head down and pretend like I'm no, I'm just kidding. It won't be that hardcore, but you just got to focus. You got to focus. And then time sensitive. I told my publisher that they would have that book in hand by July 31st. And if I have that book in hand by July 31st, they pay me the second half of my advance. And it is pretty darn sweet. SMART goals. So when we commit, we need to go all in and build a plan. Don't just commit. I'm going to have a great marriage. No, have a plan for that marriage. Verse 3 says this. This is my favorite part. This is the crescendo. If we're going to sing a song, this is like the crescendo of the song. This is like the very end of Rapper's Delight. This is the Superman part of Rapper's Delight, man. That's the part. This is it. Paul says, the psalmist writes in verse 3, that many may see and fear and trust in the Lord. That's the crescendo. I wait for God. I partner with God. I commit to God. And here, guys, listen to me. I sing for God. We've already decided I'm singing with God, right? We already went over that. I'm partnered with God. But at the end of the day, I'm doing it for His glory. So when Ian prays, remove Jim's ego, I'm like, bro, I pray that every time. I don't want you to remember me. I don't matter an ounce. All that matters is Jesus. All that matters is, if you walk away from things thinking how great Jim is, then I have failed you miserably. I'm on the worst level. I'll be judged for that by God. I want you to walk away closer to Jesus. I don't care about me. That's garbage. Get me out of the equation. Sing it loud. Sing it proud. When you sing for God, and you're partnered with God, and you're committed to God, and you've waited on God, listen, you can sing it loud and proud, and you don't care what people think. There is a freedom when I stand in front of people. I had a guy tell me, a guy gives a lot of money to my organization. He goes, I give that money to your organization. This guy does not have a lot of money. And I go, why are you giving so much money? Because you have freedom on the platform. You don't care what anybody thinks. I go, well, I don't care what anybody thinks because I care what Jesus thinks. I care what Jesus thinks. That's all that matters is what He thinks. So there's a freedom that comes to a man who's all in for Jesus. And I think the problem with most of us, like when I jumped off that polar plunge, like you take that first jump, you're like, okay, I'm in the air now. What am I going to do? I'm in the air. I'm in the air. And I remember thinking, man, I'm kind of perpendicular. I think if I just kind of do this, I'll go in without a splash. Man, I did. It was beautiful. I've been scared for that. It was awesome. Okay, but you got to go all in. And I think this is the hard part. Psalm 33 says, sing to Him a new song, a shadash song. Colossians 3:23 says this, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as for the Lord your God. For it's the Lord your God who you're serving. Go all in. Do it for Him. I'm going to tell you what, God's song is not an easy song to write, but it's a good song. It is the best song. But you got to go all in. So you may think, I'm in a rut. I don't know what to do. And here's what I would tell you to do. It's really simple. Get away somewhere quiet. And Psalm 40, verse 1, wait for God. Just wait for Him. Wait. Take the time. Take a day. Go to Trappist Abbey on Mineral Spring Abbey Road out here. Go somewhere. Well, go to the Peavon Road all the way to the very top. Go somewhere. Just chill. Sit on the Nestucca River. Just listen to the river. Just chill. Wait on God. Right? Wait on him. Partner with him. God, what can I do with you? Like, ask him that question. Right? The next one. Then once he gives you an answer, and the answer will come like this. You'll get angry about something. You'll be frustrated about something. Something will come to mind like an injustice. You'll be like, that's it. Right? And then you commit that to God. And then you just say, Lord, it's all you. I'm going to give it all to you. And then God puts you on the crazy chain. He puts you on the crazy chain because I'm telling you what, there's no ride like this than the Jesus roller coaster. Right? So guys, if you're in a rut, man, hey, I want to challenge you. You've got a summer. Just think about that. God, I got September's coming now. It's a great new season to, the leaves are changing, things are shifting. It's a great time for you. So what can you do now to prepare your life for launching into this brand new, fresh thing?